Okay, so I just got underneath, wedged these off. I did break them, but I'm all right with that. But then it becomes very easy to pop off the top. Okay, with the cap off, all you have to do is just come in, just get a hold of it and just pull outward. And the whole thing just unseats. That's it. Okay, at this point I'm stopping the install video because I didn't record everything, all the demolition part of getting out the stock triple gauges. And the reason for that is because all I really needed out of it was 3 pieces. This top piece that I refer to as the hats, it looks like Nissan actually calls them the triple meter panels. I call them hats. And then there's the triple meter covers, which I'll just call the trim pieces. And then the third piece is what I just showed how to pop off. This is what I'd call like the top mounting piece that the hat sits on top of. Obviously, this is not a video showing how to take out the old one nicely. I mean, if you want to take the dash off, there's screws and everything. But basically, I'm just going inside that hole, and I'm just right here, you're just pulling these pieces out, just drilling them, taking pliers to them, just ripping it all out. None of that's going to be needed. So again, all that's needed is the 3 pieces: the hats, the trim, the front trims, the bezels, and then this top mounting piece. Alright, first I'm going to keep this silver bezel. So I popped off the notches here already. And then it comes, so you just got the 3 anchor clips, basically those that I cut off with just some wire cutters and then ground them down to be nice and level. So I did that to all 3. Next, what I'll be doing, I've already done 1. So this is the piece that goes underneath the actual hat. So I have this carbon fiber just cover over the top, but take that off and you've just got the stock hat. I opted just to pop these off, as I showed earlier, just to get the whole thing off faster. But then underneath here, you've got this piece that basically sits right in there. You see you've got the 2 holes where this will just come and sit. You see I already worked out this one where I had to grind the inside a little bit, which I'm going to show, and then cut off this piece so that the back of the gauge could actually come into that space. So this is the before being cut. See, there's a lot of just pieces that come in here and there. Grind all those down. Grind the face down. So compared to this is the finished one. I just brought it down so that there's basically nothing coming down this way. And then had to open up the back side of it. So I'll be using this as a template to then know where to cut the other one. Okay, to match the one I already made, I'll be making a cut right at the bottom of where this transitions, right? Going across. And then I measured from here to that edge, and I basically get about 1.5 inches. I want to go a little bit less because I cut a little bit more than I wanted to there. So I'm going to start with 1.5 inches. So measuring from that edge down, I'll be right there where the pinky's at. So now I've cut it across, but now I want to get this portions cleaned up. As you see, all I have left is just that one horizontal strip. I just want to cut out all the inside. All right, comparing the inside, you see that basically this one I had taken down to just the thin outer strip, which now I'm going to do over here, and then also grind down just anything else protruding out, so that in the end, all I get is just the one horizontal curve. But then anything jetting out from that is ground off. All right, these mounting brackets that come with the Prosport, I'm actually going to use them. I'm going to bend this section all flat. I'm going to tear this piece off, and the end will end up like that. And this is what I'm going to use below the gauge to kind of, I'll have a bolt running down, and I'll clamp it up to hold the gauge assembly in the hole spot in the dash. So okay, the first one I have secured in. I'll show in a minute, but obviously the top of the screw is right here, and then as it just seats all along that piece, I can tighten it up. It clamps up and keeps it nice secure in the spot. I'm going to do that now on this second one. So, all right, my dumb GoPro battery's dead, so I'm just going to try and one-hand this. So what I got, I drilled those holes, send it on down, flip it over, show you what I got going on there. And then that bracket I pulled out earlier, I'm just putting it through the middle hole on the screw. Hold there for a second. Grab this wing nut. Such a joke. Seriously. Just charge your GoPro next time. I don't have any way to mount it. As I said a minute ago, my GoPro's dead. I'm trying to one-hand this, and I wanted to show. I actually have my alligator clip for my voltmeter, and I was like, all right, well, we'll try and just clip it on and hang it while I work on showing the mounting process here. Okay, now running the screw from the top through the hole that I previously drilled, as you can see. And then using the bracket, middle hole, just pop it on there, and throw the wing nut on. And then what I just want to do is just get them going perpendicular, kind of like that. Tuck the wires in nice. Slide one side of the bracket down and under, and just kind of swing it around to get it to run through both sides, so that when I clamp it up, it's going to pull it down. So before I clamp it down, just make sure it looks level with this first one that I've done. Tried really hard when I mounted these to just get them to come down to the exact same spot, so pretty close. These two are really good. That one's off by just a little bit, so I'm gonna have to try and force it into place. Okay, that looks good. Just using 90-degree here to get me in. Obviously not looking for a lot of torque, but just gently running it until it starts cinching itself in place. It's cold here, so you can see my hands are actually steaming up the window. Little smiley face. I'm gonna regret that later. All right, what I'm doing right now is just back here, just just make sure it's seated all the way back before I go too tight on it. They both look pretty good. Okay, it's ready to make sure it's nice and secure. Actually, first one isn't that tight. All right, 1 and 2 are good. Like I said, number 3, that one's gonna take a little bit of adjustment just to get it all the way down into, I mean, mainly what I'm doing is at the max levels, you see there's a clear line. Just trying to make sure that that's got a nice level line from the viewpoint of the driver. All right, so now I'm doing the third one. Again, I'm just running the screw, grabbing the bracket, running it through the middle here, getting that alligator clip. Okay, tuck those wires in. Okay, got that. I'm just trying to center it. Push it all the way back and seat it really well. Like I said, this is the one that I don't feel like I did the best job of trying to mount it level with the others, so that's why I moved over here to the driver's seat too, so I can really look at it and make sure that they all line up. I'm gonna power them up a little bit just because once they light up I can actually see them better. And of course I don't have my keys, dang it. Well, you're right there. Alright. Well, from my perspective, they're level. Yeah, it doesn't like that warning because I only have auxiliary on, so it's like, hey, you got 0 oil pressure over here, dude. That's not good. Yeah, so that'd be my advice. When you're gluing these on, take every moment to remeasure, to reseat it, and make sure it's level. That, and when I super glued here, I actually ended up having to buy a new one of the water temps because I put it on with, I just carefully put super glue around the top edge of the actual Prosport gray area, and then I put this on and I was pushing it on and it slid. Once you get any super glue on this, it's not glass, it's plastic or plexi. You're done. You can't wipe it off cleanly. You can't put any type of chemical on it to clean it. It's done. So don't do that. Take your time. Otherwise, you'll be buying another one. Okay, I actually think that's good. I'm gonna light them up just because I can then see the lines a little better. Come on, stay. Yeah, I think once I start tightening it up, it's gonna be good. Okay, powering down, can't take the beep anymore. Shoot. That's a nice shot, sorry. That was not a DeWalt commercial, I apologize. Yeah, this one's getting to be problematic. It's not seated all the way back. That's the problem. As I go to tighten it, it's just falling down. All right, well, looks like I better loosen it, reseat it, try again. You know what? I'm gonna stop videoing at this point too, because all I'm accomplishing is showing that this stuff takes a little bit of back and forth work, and I'm sure that's obvious to everyone. So I'm out. I'll show you the final result later. All right, I don't have the hats on yet, but they are all mounted. I think they're nice and straight. Give them a quick fire up. All right, all lights out. Just thought I'd try firing them up. It's a pretty decent display. I like it. I don't have the hats fully on yet. Can't even see, it's too dark, but. Okay, here's with the stock hats on. Like I said, these two did a really good job seating it, and they're very level and good. This one, I don't know if you can tell, but it's slanted over just a little bit more, so I'm gonna have to fiddle with it. I do have the carbon fiber covers, so I'll be adding that as well. What I plan on doing with these, I did basically leave, there's the two notches that match up with the two holes in the top, so it really helps you know that it's on. And I don't want to glue it though. I decided that wouldn't be a good idea, because obviously I want to be able to get to them, release them, get them out, do whatever I want to do with them. So I'm just going to go with some nice double-sided tape, just like probably this 10-pound strength stuff. Just a nice scotch. So I'll just do that. That'll hold it. I mean, obviously it's not going to come off. The only time I ever see any of these come off is usually because sometimes I'll take a blower in here just to get dust out really nice, and then it'll pull off my carbon fiber tops, but no big deal. All right, this is the best placement I've found for the double-sided tape. You don't want to go too much further beyond that, otherwise you'll see it up underneath. And then I use this area just because it what I want to do is not place it on it and then have it kind of pop up a little bit. I want it to still be very flush, and that has a little bit enough of gapping that I can push it down hard and get it to stick, but it still sits flush. Firing them up. It's a pretty decent display. I like it.